Jennifer Lopez is idolized by millions of people around the world, and almost the same number seem to barely tolerate her. But when did it start? And what's more important, why?
I think it's from like kind of word of mouth of things that have happened in the past that I'm not really aware of, but I don't know.
Here are all the reasons why Jennifer has become the internet's latest punchbag. Irrelevant and out of touch. The release of J.Lo's music film, This Is Me Now, propelled massive trolling. One of the mildest reviews it gathered described it as an examination of Lopez's life as a serial romantic. Other not-so-flattering reviews pointed out the lack of any narrative in the film.
I don't know what I just watched.
This was one of the worst pieces of crap I've ever seen in my entire life.
Overall, the audience called it painful to watch. What's worse, the musical has been accompanied by a documentary. The clips from it went viral on TikTok, but not for a good reason. The viewers couldn't help noticing how hard J.Lo was trying to be relatable to her audience. Sadly, these attempts only showed that she was simply out of touch with reality. First of all, people were irritated that the singer's still bragging about being from the block. The members of the community say Lopez exploits her roots, but doesn't give anything back, even autographs.
Like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block.
You have lived in Los Angeles for 30 years. Why are you trying so hard to be from the block?
Currently, Jennifer's estimated value is $400 million, so it's unlikely that people from the real block might relate to her, especially when they learned the cost of the tickets for her upcoming This Is Me Now tour.
$450? Did you mean that? Was that an accident? That's $100 more than what I paid for Beyonce, and she has this many Grammys.
Jennifer had to quietly cancel a handful of shows because of the low ticket sales. Moreover, the tour was renamed to This Is Me Live: The Greatest Hits, as her latest album isn't exactly a success. So maybe the singer finally got to understand that, at the moment, she's less popular than back in the 2000s. Still, that doesn't mean that Lopez changed her usual behavior, which is another reason people are pissed with her. No humble bone. Those close to the diva claim that underneath a beautiful facade, Jennifer is a pretentious woman who treats other people like dirt. It's easy for her to offend her staff.
This is not what I want. This looks like a dead chicken. It doesn't look like a luxurious, soft,
What's more, there's a rumor that Lopez underpays them, and even if they do everything as she says, it's not enough.
That I put in harder work than everybody else. I work harder and harder and harder.
So her crew have no chance to live up to her standards. For someone who came from rags to riches, Lopez isn't kind to the simple people. A maid from a luxury hotel reportedly lost her job after asking J.Lo for an autograph. The star also refuses to speak to a flight attendant or waiters. Instead, she chose to communicate through her personal assistant, and Jen has behaved this way for years. When she was renovating her California home, the builders were not allowed to approach her at all costs. That included eye contact, too. But not only the common people get into trouble with Lopez. Even at the beginning of her career, Jennifer thought that she was the most talented of all. She often criticized other actresses. In an interview, Jen revealed she hadn't heard about Gwyneth Paltrow's work and claimed that an Oscar winner was famous just because she dated Brad Pitt. She also shaded Cameron Diaz, Salma Hayek, and Winona Ryder. However, the diva soon regretted her words about her colleagues. Lopez revealed she cried for hours when the interview was published.
I was so misquoted and so taken out of context, and it's a sore subject for me.
J.Lo addressed the controversial interview again years later, claiming she didn't realize that her words could impact people that way.
You know, I was a nobody at that time, so I was still in that kind of fan mentality back in the Bronx.
That didn't stop her from using other people's talents in her favor. Smoke and mirrors. There's no doubt that Lopez is a successful businesswoman, great dancer, and a talented actress. But as for her singing credits, Jennifer has long time been accused of using ghost singers. For example, Yana Crawley was the vocalist behind some of the chorus of such a hit as Get Right. In fact, she sang the catchy, high-pitched part of the record that most remember.
I can get right. That's me on the background.
Where? What you mean?
That's my voice.
However, Crawley doesn't hold a grudge on Lopez.
That was my first big check. Like when I got that check in the mail, I said, oh, this is what you get for singing background.
Lopez has also reportedly relied on the vocals of Ashanti and Christina Milian. Now, Natasha Ramos revealed she lent her voice to Jen's major hit, Single Jenny from the Block.
Yes, that is definitely me saying from the Bronx. No, I'm not from the Bronx. I'm from Connecticut. But that's my voice.
Still, when fans came for Jen, insisting she should not be famous for work she never did, Natasha stood up in support of the star.
She certainly deserves all her success. I just deserved more from that project too. That's on the label though, not Jennifer.
Jennifer was on the radar after she played Selena in the movie. Beautiful young Latina could dance and hold a decent tune, so the producers just paired her with better voices. Most probably, that was totally legal, as it's usually not the artist who owns the rights to songs. By the way, do you remember Jen's famous long-standing feud with Mariah Carey?
I don't know her. Right. Like, what am I supposed to say? It wasn't like I don't know who she is. Of course I do.
The beef is the stuff of legend now, and here's the origin story. Carey's ex-husband, Sony executive Tommy Mottola, championed Lopez to derail Mariah's career. In her memoir, Carey revealed that after they split, Mottola gave away her samples to Jennifer. It's unclear if J.Lo knew what was going on at the time, but she was definitely hurt by Mariah's words.
She does say that.
Yeah, she does.
She's forgetful, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. We've met many times. I don't know.
Her reaction is quite understandable, especially taking into account how much Jennifer craves public love and respect. So here's yet another reason why she pissed people off so much. Fame above family? Many people online accuse J.Lo of being a bad role model for young teenage girls. Her numerous bare-skinned posts and appearances seem to prove that narcissistic values are okay, such as a focus on money, looks, and lack of respect for others. Despite that, Lopez is a legend. She was the first Latina actress to earn more than $1 million, which is even more impressive as Lopez was still pretty unknown at the time. She also received a Golden Globe nomination for the role of Selena. Jen was the one who kick-started the celeb perfume trend. Although she wasn't the first A-lister with her own fragrance, Glow by J.Lo took the market by storm. It paved the way for other celebrities to launch their own signature scents. Next, Lopez was the first woman to simultaneously have a #1 film and album. That was her second album, J.Lo, and romantic comedy The Wedding Planner. And it was Jen who set the trend for celebrity babies pictures. She got $6 million for the first photos of her twins. At the time, they were the most expensive celeb pics ever taken. However, many people think that she should have stopped right there, because Lopez kept on capitalizing not only on her looks and private life, but on her kids as well. When the twins grew up just a bit, the singer started actively showing them to the public. Of course, Jen posted a lot of their photos and videos on social media, but she also brought them to red carpet events, award ceremonies, and talk shows with her.
Me and Emmy got dressed alike today. She's my mini-me.
Yeah, and we kind of dressed similarly. I was gonna wear that. Oh, are you angry? What's the matter?
Moreover, J.Lo always took her twins to work, even when she went on tour.
And they spend a lot of time on sets, and they spend a lot of time, in recording studios, and a lot of time, traveling the world with me.
However, recently, Lopez seems to let her coconuts more freedom. After all, Max and Emmy are 16 already. For instance, she praised them for how that they've handled living with a mom in such an intense spotlight.
I think it's a lot for them, and they didn't ask for it, but they handled it with a lot of grace, and I try to give them as great a life as I can give them.
One question remains, though. Does all of Jennifer's family agree to live under the spotlight? Her fans are positive that Ben Affleck doesn't seem happy about it. Moreover, Jen is perfectly aware of it.
He doesn't want to stop me. He wants to do that, but that doesn't mean he's, kind of comfortable being the muse and being...
Not surprisingly, Ben is concerned about being so much open. 20 years ago, they called off their engagement because of excessive media attention. Still, J.Lo chose to make a musical and a documentary about her love life. Affleck had no choice but to give in to her wishes.
But things that are private, I always felt, are sacred and special because, in part, they're private. So this was something of an adjustment for me.
We sincerely hope that their relationship will endure all the scrutiny this time. What do you think about it? Share your thoughts in the comments. And watch our other videos about your favorite celebs. Stay awesome.